Hello, 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 hello. Today it's gonna be story time. I'm still recovering, y'all, so my voice may be different, but I'm gonna try to get this done. And again, I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you for your time and each and every moment you spend with Myra. Okay, y'all ready? First, let me tell you a little bit about the characters. Claire is a successful lawyer. So successful. She is like the top 5 lawyers at their firm. Her husband, Sam, is in marketing. Also successful. Okay? Married couple, 2 kids, beautiful home, living the life, right? Okay. Let's get started with this story. Y'all, Claire, being the top 5 lawyers at their firm, she's one of the ones that they mostly send out to other states. She's good. She's really good. So people hire her from other states to come and represent them. She's that good. So that makes her a traveling lawyer. And so one time she calls her husband and tells her husband she's coming home early, right? Oh, he's excited. Like, how did you do that? She says she has a surprise for him. Anyway, yeah. So she comes home. But before she gets home now, her husband, her husband calls his mistress. He tells his mistress their plans has been canceled. He can't make it. So the first thing she says is, what happened? Is your wife coming home early? Because that means she know he was married, right? Yeah. Anyway, the wife gets home. They have dinner, talk, catch up, do what grown folks do. So she's like, I need to go away more often, 'cause it seems like you really miss me every time I come home. Yeah, right. Anyway, so the very next day, they go out on a date, kind of business related, for Claire. It's like an art gallery or something. So, at the art gallery, Sam notices that her boss is there, so he's like, why is he here? So Claire says, that's part of my surprise. She said, we made a deal. You and I made a deal, right? And I guess the deal was that she would travel for so long with this job. So she says she invited her boss so she can kind of butter him up to let him know that this was her last trip, outside of the state, that she would only take cases within their state. Okay, so Sam was very happy about that, very happy. And so at this point, Sam decided to cut, all ties with his mistress. He did love his wife, but he had what I call opportunity. Not saying it's right, but he had opportunity. The mistress and Sam worked for the same company, both of them in marketing. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to tell you that when Claire came home from this last business trip, her boss picked her up at the airport with some beautiful, beautiful long stem flowers. But at the same time, this is something that he does for his employees, to show appreciation and, try to encourage them. So on the way, he was taking her home. He was briefing her on cases that she has, because he do help her, on the back end with some investigation and research and stuff like that, which he helped a lot of his clients, with that. So anyway, he do take her home. She gets out, kiss her husband, and he goes on by his wishes. But anyway, the night that Sam and Claire was at the art gallery, they go home, and the mistress calls the house, and Sam picks up the phone, and the mistress just says, I love you, and I know you love me. Sam says nothing. He just hangs the phone up. But on the other end, his son had picked up the other phone. So his son, maybe about 10 or 11, heard the mistress say she loved him. So Sam and his son was practicing basketball every day, getting him ready, for some sort of championship they had. But after this night, Sam's son no longer wanted to be bothered with him. He didn't know why, but he felt the distance. So the next day, they at work. Sam, they in a business meeting. And again, Sam and the mistress work for the same company. She comes in late. The meeting is already going. So when she comes in, all eyes are on her, because why you late? That's not professional. And she was supposed to be making a presentation during this meeting. She did. She apologized for being late, made her presentation. Awesome, awesome presentation. Impressive. So everybody was impressed with her presentation. After the meeting, Sam goes to his office. In comes the mistress. What's going on? And Sam says, this is not working out. I think you deserve better. Let's just cut it. So she said, I thought we were supposed to talk about this. Sam says, not here. So she says, where? When? Sam's reiterate, you knew that I was married. You knew nothing was going to come of this. Listen, you deserve so much better. You're doing great here at the company. Everybody loves you. I'm sure you can find somebody else to love you the way you deserve to be loved. She didn't want to hear that. She says, do you know what today is? Sam says, happy birthday. So it's her birthday. And this man that she loves, breaking it off with her. It's her birthday. No. So Sam says, let me let you in on a secret. Because of your presentation, they was talking about giving her a bonus, right? That's not what she wanted to hear. So she was upset, stormed out the office, but before he did try to stop her and said, compose yourself, don't leave out of here like that. If you're upset, it's kind of hard to just flip, right? How you gonna do that? Anyway, she leaves at the office. Sam goes home, talk to his wife about the business meeting and everything, how it went, and just catching up. And so the next day, after his mistress's birthday, she calls in sick. And mind you, she just did this presentation, so there are follow-up questions. What's going on? Not sure how close Sam and the mistress work relationship was, but he had questions. Business, nothing personal. So his secretary says, what, do you need me to call her? No. So Sam takes his lunch and he goes by the mistress's house to find out what's going on. And the mistress says, I called off because I knew you was coming. She wanted to see him at her house. So he told her it's the same thing. This is going nowhere. I never told you I was going to leave my wife. I love my wife and my family. So, again, this is going nowhere. She don't want to hear that. So she says, if this is over, then all parties need to know about it, including your wife. So she threatens to tell the wife. Sam is like, what's the point? He didn't think his wife would leave, even if the mistress told him. Anyway, Sam leaves, goes back to work, goes home, same thing. Tell his wife about his day, eat dinner, go to sleep. So, then the very next day, no call, no show from the mistress. Now, the mother of the mistress was there with her daughter the day of her birthday. Made her a little cake, saying happy birthday. But she saw how upset her daughter was. And what could she do? A mother wants her daughter to be loved correctly. The mother did say, let it go. She did. She said, you will never understand how I love him. So, that was that. Anyway, the mother was trying to reach the daughter also. No answer. So she sent the police to do a wellness check, because this wasn't like her daughter not to answer. It's just the mother and the daughter, no other family members. So the mistress appeared to be dead when the police get there. Now, usually, when something happens, of course, they speak to the immediate family and then work or whatever, So the mother was first. The mother was not there. She was ruled out. Then they start, at work. Did she have any boyfriends? Was anybody mad at her at work? It was one guy that he wanted to be with her, but she was in love with Sam. So she would confide in him, and he would listen, but he always continued to try to get with her, let her know he's there for her, that he cared. But, she just was not interested. So the police talked to him, and they asked, was she seeing somebody, or did he know of anybody that she was seeing? So he knew about Sam. So the mistress had confided in him and told him that her and Sam were seeing each other. Sam didn't know that. Nobody was supposed to know, right? Sam said that he actually only seen her mother twice, I want to say. So he really didn't know the mother. The mother really didn't know him. So after, they talked to her colleagues, including Sam. Sam admitted to nothing, So once this particular colleague told the police that her and Sam were seeing each other, Sam was immediately a suspect because Sam lied. So Sam was arrested. Wait a minute, y'all. I just realized I didn't tell y'all the title of my story. It's because my husband deserves the best defense. Okay? Because my husband deserves the best defense. So Sam's getting arrested, calls his wife. She comes down, and so she was like, what is going on? What is going on? And he said that a lawyer, his wife is a lawyer, so she's like, what do they have to even arrest you? He said they could place me at her apartment. So she's like, okay, y'all work together. And it was something that his fingerprints was on. Okay, y'all work together. And he finally told his wife, it's more to it. So she's like, what? He said, I'm sorry. It's more to it. So right away, the wife knew what he meant. And she was destroyed, of course. Now, Sam got a lawyer. Now, the wife still don't think her husband is a killer. He's a cheater, but not a killer. So, mind you, they have 2 kids. So the wife goes home and talks to the kids, everything's going to be okay. I think it's some sort of mistake. So, we're going to support Dad. Now, mind you, the son heard the phone call. So, the wife goes to the arraignment. And, the lawyer says, I think it's best if you and the kids attend every day, to make it look supportive and that y'all supporting him. The wife was like, yeah, okay. She's a lawyer, right? So, okay. Now, after the arraignment, they made bail. The husband made bail. Come home. Now the wife tells the husband what the lawyer says for them to come every day. So as a lawyer, she says, I think he's wrong. And I think you deserve a better defense. I am a better lawyer than the one you have, and I'm going to defend you. Really? The husband is shocked. She says, I'm doing this for our kids, not you, not me, because it's over. She said, if it was not for this case, you would be gone. So he said, I understand. I thank you. And he moved into the guest bedroom, thinking their marriage is over. She's his lawyer now. Now, there's his wife and his lawyer. She has to ask him some tough questions. One time she says, the prosecution have some ideas that you are going to divorce your wife. Where did they get that from? He said, I never said that. Now, this is the wife and the lawyer asking these questions. And he told her that about the phone call. So the wife, lawyer, asks, how many times has that happened? He said once. And how could I believe that? He says the only reason she called was because he counseled on her. So I guess that was the first time he ever did that. So that gave her a reason to call, to say I love you. Now, the wife is still representing her husband, this man that cheated on her, and on trial for killing his mistress. How tough is that? How tough is that? She's still good though. She's a lawyer. So, court time. The trial begins. She has her boss. Her boss still helps her with her cases, which he helps, all the lawyers, with investigations and creating files on different people that they're going to question. During the trial, somebody calls in sick, one of her key witnesses. So it's like a setback. She's like, I don't like this. I've done that before. And the reason I've done it, I hope it's not the reason that they did it. Anyway, the mother of the mistress was called to the stand. She didn't want that, but it happened. So she says, I need to file on the mother. So she calls her boss. Her boss is in the field. So she asks her associate, run to the office and get the file, everything on the mother, so she can kind of review it while they're in court. Because this was like a surprise witness she was not ready for. And so when she got the file, she's like, what is this? What is this? What is this? So she's like, when she talked to her boss, she was like, what kind of file is this? He says, excuse me, for not being there 100%. I still have a life. Like, I'm doing the best that I can. So she was like, I'm sorry. I appreciate your help. So she started compiling a file herself, which was kind of too late because she was already questioned. Although she could have, brought her back. Now, she did good with the mother. She caught the mother in some lies because the mother says she heard Sam say that he was going to marry her. So when she questioned the mother and says, "Tell me, what did Sam say?" She says, "Well, my daughter said." She said, "No, tell me what you heard Sam say." My daughter, she could not tell her what Sam says. She said, "Oh, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he did say he would marry her." So, come to find out, the mistress had a thing for married men. So, she only dated married men. Not saying she didn't want to end up being married, but she always dated married men. So, at home, the kids are concerned, with the case. And the son is really distant. So, Claire takes the son out, to have a conversation with him. And she says, "I know you're worried, but, your father didn't do this. He's not guilty." She said, "Even if he's convicted, he's not guilty." The son says, "But he is." So the mother's like, what do you mean? You can't believe the stuff that you're seeing on TV. So the son says to the mother, "I followed Dad. He did. The day Sam took his lunch and went to check on her, when she threatened to tell his wife, the son followed him, his father. And he says he saw his father go into the house, and he saw his father leave. But he said he looked in the window or something, and he saw the lady laying on the floor. He goes in. Now, mind you, this kid is about 10 or 11. He goes in, and he sees the gun on the floor. He takes the gun. 10 or 11. He takes the gun. He hides it. So he told his mother where he hid the gun. But he tells his mother he do not want to be a witness. He do not want to take the stand. He do not. He just want his mother to know his father is guilty. So she says, "Did you see him kill her?" He said, "No." So she did question him as if he was on a stand. "What did you do when you first walked in? What did you see? What else did you touch? What did you take?" So all the stuff that he told her he saw and what he did when he left. And again, he told her where the gun was at. So she told her husband, because he told her, the son told the mother he heard that phone call. That's why he followed his father. So the wife tells the husband, "Your son heard the phone call. He followed you." Wow. The daughter, she's like, of course, supportive of her father. She didn't hear the phone call, so she didn't know about that part. I think she may be a year older than the son, but still, she really didn't play too much of a part in all this. She just was in on conversations. So back to the trial. All the witnesses and everybody had been questioned. So they're doing the closing arguments. It kind of looked bad for Sam, but Claire's still fighting. So while giving her closing statement, she says something like, her client is innocent until proven guilty. And so far, the prosecution has not been able to prove that. And all of a sudden, something she forgot or she remembered surfaced. So immediately she said, "Judge, I need more time. Can I have a recess?" He says, "These are the closing arguments." But the prosecution agreed. So she had a recess to return 24 hours. That was it. Case closed. Okay, so what she did, she remembered what her son says that he saw in the house. So what she did was try to set up somebody or record them, not set them up, record them, get them to confess. And this somebody was her boss. Her boss. So anyway, it's some things that, kind of triggered it. Like she said, the file was very sloppy. That's not her boss's work. He's not sloppy like that. So this is one reason she thought, let me question my boss. So she questions him. And then first she questioned him and tell him her theory that you wanted me to lose this case. Yeah, that's what it was. She said, "I know you wanted me to lose this case." And he said, "I did. You deserve better. You haven't figured it out yet." And she says, "No, I thought you were on my side 100%. You wanted me to be a successful lawyer." He said, "I do. It's your marriage. You deserve better." Curveball. Curveball. Her boss was in love with her. Yes. Oh my goodness. So remember, he picks her up from the airport. Beautiful flowers. Doing investigations for her. Although he do it for everybody else, but he's fully dedicated to her cases. Nothing. Closing all the gaps. Helping close all the gaps. So she's questioning and she said, that was not you. But because I was a wife on this case, that slipped past me. And then the fact that her son saw the same flowers at this lady house that was killed. The same ones. He described them, the same flowers that she had. So the boss knew that the husband was cheating, found out who he was cheating with, and he pursued friendship with her. Not only did she confide in the guy at the job, she confided in him too. He's a lawyer. They're at two different places. But because he was in love with this woman, he wanted her. So he was trying to put stuff in front of her so she would see, but she never did. So he ended up killing her. Just like the son followed him, the boss was following him. Yeah. Crazy, right? She had just got them fresh flowers for her birthday from Claire's boss. Claire's boss sent the flowers for the mistress's birthday. So when the son went in, he saw them. He saw these flowers, and Claire stopped putting two and two together. He's sloppy. Why do he want me to lose this case? And it's not normally usual that this lady got these flowers. Yeah. Anyway, so she got him to confess. He didn't know they was being recorded. And then he seen the tape recorder. He snatched it. But on the other end, they already had it. Her husband and her son was recording, on the other end. So they had the information on him. And she says, why? And he said, you still don't know I love you. First she says, how? What did I do to make you fall in love with me? Did I give you, any inclination that I wanted this? He said, no. I love you. You're brilliant. You're beautiful. And your husband don't realize what he has. Whatever. Anyway, she tells him to turn himself in. He said no. She says they will get you. He said, okay, I know. But I'll give myself maybe 6 months of freedom. But he told her it was all worth it because she deserved so much more. Sam gets off because she got this tape. Yeah. She found a gun, gave the gun up. That's what I missed. That Sam fingerprints was on the gun. Now, in his defense, that they did target shooting. So that was cleared up. That they did. The mistress had a big old yard. He told them exactly where they would be when they did their shooting, the target shooting. So he was cleared up everything. And I guess they're still looking for the boss. Claire's boss. The one that actually killed the mistress. And in the end, Claire and Sam decided to work on their marriage. Claire won't be traveling anymore. And she's still a good lawyer. Because my husband deserved the best defense. Question. Would you have defended your husband. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. I hope you enjoyed the video.